So nice to have everybody back once again. So today I'm going to share a few things about the cooking oil. One of the most important topics to discuss, I thought it would be this cooking oil. Mother Nature has given us such a lot of nuts and seeds because she knows that we are people who need a lot of this oil content for the welfare of our body. She's given us almonds, she's given us peanuts, she's given us walnuts, so many nuts. And our ancestors have thought that the seasons will come and then seasons will go. It's very difficult to have a complete nut session all the time. So they found that we could convert that into oils, and with that we could use it for our cooking and so many other methods. So today I'm just going to share a few things which our ancestors have tapped into the wisdom of Mother Nature using cooking oil. I had the chance to go to one particular oil company which makes cooking oil. They are people who are very, very, very strict, and their security is very high. They will not let a person into the company. Somehow I managed to go into the company with the help of one of my patients who's had one person who's working inside the company. They took me inside and they just let me have a look at all the processes that were happening. One person, he came and asked me, "Are you a newspaper person?" I said, No, I am a simple village doctor. And then I was in a mufti dress, not the typical coat and tie, not like that, a simple waist and a shirt. So they allowed me. I went and had a look at all the process that was happening inside. First thing is, they will just say they were getting oil from the groundnuts. They put all the nuts, put it into a big extractor, they take out all the solvents, and there are so many things in that which they send off straight away to the soap factory. After that, the oil that is got out of that particular process, you will not believe it, they bleach it. I had to ask that person one or two times, "Are you really adding bleaching powder, this chlorination?" They said, yes. We'll have to make this thing, white. This oil is just so dark. So they did that bleaching process, and after that they use diatomized clay to take away that particular bleaching agent. Then afterwards they went in for so many other processes. They were heating the oil in vacuum 2 times, not once, 2 times, to extract some other things. In the end, what will be left out of this oil? This is where I like to use one particular term. If fine is fine, why should we refine? This whole processing thing gets completely washed out with this one particular slogan, which is, I thought it was mine only. I haven't heard it from anywhere else. If fine is fine, why should we refine? Mother Nature has given us so many things which has got such a lot of wonder, and we men, we're using a cunningness, we try to extract something for our own benefit. Then following this particular vacuum stuff, they add lots of water, they wash the oil, and then they leave it in one particular way. They will take off the oil separate and water separate. Then afterwards it goes in for this hydrogenation. That is where they make this particular oil saturated, and that is what this bakery people are using, because that particular stuff which they use, it will never get spoiled. It will be like that. Just say they make bread out of it, it will be like that itself for 7 days, 8 days. If a product is good, it should get spoiled within 3 or 4 days. If it doesn't get spoiled, that means there were no good things in that particular product. This is what I felt. So talking about all these things, what is it that will be good for us? I happened to hear one particular term called as cold pressed oil. I was not aware what it was, but somehow it came into my screen. So I said, I want to find out what is this cold pressed oil. In our village practice, what we used to have is the bulls, they used to get castrated. They will be converted into an oxen. A bull does not take orders from you. An oxen will take orders. So the oxen, they used to have a pair of oxen. They will tie it up. They will have one wooden big basket like structure, and then they will put all this oil seeds which they want to extract oil from, and then they will make this oxen go round and round. It's a very slow process, and then the oil gets extracted. There is no heat that is used. There is no chemicals that are used, no preservatives added. The oil that is extracted like this is called as cold pressed oil. Our village ancestors, they used to use like this only. I remember seeing this particular process in our village. But all those things have gone now. No more cold pressed oil making stuff. Maybe they will be having it in one rare place where somebody will be able to understand the usefulness of this cold pressed oil. Because all the other processes, they use only heat, they use chemicals. But they've got such a lot of advertisements, they're able to spread all those things which are not at all true, making that particular stuff as the best. So cold pressed oil is the best, no chemicals used, no heat is used. So why should we give importance to this heat? See, when oil is heated and repeatedly heated, it becomes carcinogenic. Straight. So if you're going to use this cooking oil, it should not be heated at all. We must find a process where we'll be able to use that cooking oil without using heat. So in our country, in this particular culture, what we do is, just say we're having one particular dish called idli. For that, we can use this cereal powders we've got, or pulses powders. Make it nicely grind it, and then we can add this cooking oil, and then we can make it into a small paste, and then we use that. There's another dish we can use along with rice also. So if you do not use heat, this is very useful for our body. If you're going to use heat, this whole thing becomes carcinogenic. Is it really possible somebody would have actually thought of even my lady at home, she said, okay, we will try out for 15 days, no cooking oil. If at all we're going to use oil, we'll use it as a process like that without using any heat. The dishes are wonderful, you won't believe. The dishes are good. You don't have to actually, deep fry anything in that oil. And what happens if you deep fry in the oil? The food becomes very addictive. Just say you have one particular dish made in using oil. You would have already had a very good dinner. But somebody offers you this particular stuff, you will be able to eat again. That satiety center is cut off. What is a satiety center? Just say you have a good meal, the body tells you had enough, please stop. But at that particular time, somebody gives you a dish made out of this cooking oil, nicely heated, that particular oil that is used, you will be able to eat again, because that satiety center which is there, it will tell you can eat again. So with all this information, where do we stand? What can we do? We'll have to take this particular thing into our own hands, because there is nobody else to lead the way. We'll have to find a place where we'll be able to get people to give importance to this cold pressed oil. Because now the market is flooded with only oil companies making such a lot of oil. There are so many companies in your locality, you'll be able to know. They'll be filling up the supermarkets. You see those oil barrels or oil tins will be there for so many months or years together. They will not get spoiled. If a thing is really good, like I was telling you, it should get easily spoiled. Just say within 2-3 months, it should get spoiled. A cold pressed oil stuff will easily get spoiled within 2 months. So you must be able to find a person who will be able to make this cold pressed oil, start sharing all these things, give importance, try to find people who will be able to do it, and then you can start using. Maybe you can think of some other dish in your own locality, how we can use this oil. Important point I wanted to tell you regarding this cold pressed oil. We've got a tradition in this particular locality wherein a person goes and has an oil bath. Oil bath, not in the sense you have oil drip coming down in the shower or having oil in a bucket and then pouring it over your body. This is where we apply this cold pressed oil on top of our body and sit in the sun. And then when you sit in the sun like that, there is a particular process wherein a vitamin D3 gets automatically, made in our body. We will have that as a separate topic one day. This is just for an information. Okay, I hope you'll be able to let your imaginations wander, find a person who will be able to make for you cold pressed oil, enjoy yourself with that. Have a lovely day.